Hello everyone and welcome to another high-ish Elo game of Age of Empires. Today we're going to put the world's best player to the test as Hera, playing as the Khmer in blue, gets ready to take on no fewer than 3 players at the exact same time. Now, while the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings, and while 3 of them try to absolutely swamp our blue Khmer, we'll take a look at the civs, we'll take a look at the players' positioning, the team shared bonuses. But first, let's take a look at the players themselves. These are 3 low elo players. Their elos are in brackets at the bottom right of your screen, right next to their names, headlined by Milky in purple as the Ethiopians. Now, we're not going to go into the civ details too carefully. Listing out 4 entire civilizations worth of data might take us into Castle Age, but we'll see which direction our Ethiopian wants to go. Will we see the game's fastest firing foot archers? Will we see showtells? Will we see those crazy outposts that I just absolutely love to see? That remains to be seen. In yellow, we've got Feb. Not sure if that's his birth month or her birth month. What the reason for choosing the short form of February is, but Feb is playing as the Franks, the OG cavalry civilization. And in red, we've got Ojurb. Ojurb? Not too sure if the J is hard or soft. In any event, there's an exclamation point at the end, so I guess somebody once asked him, what nickname do you want? And he went, well, of course, Ojurb! Exclamation point. Who's got the next round? Of course, Ojurb! So we'll just call him Ojurb. Again, him or her, I'm not too sure of the gender of any of these players, except Hera, who we know as the Blue Khmer. Now let's take a look at team bonuses while the players continue expanding their settlements. Very cockily placed sheep here, keeping an eye out for, anything and everything that comes their way. Ethiopian team bonus, one of my favorites. Outposts, +3 line of sight, cost no stone. So I expect to see a lot of these out on the map earlier on, assuming the players want to see Hera coming if he attacks them. 1 sheep down, boar going to be taken. Okay, and tooken. Our Frank. Their knights come with +2 line of sight. We'll see if the players go that route. And last but not least, our Cumans. All outposts will not, all palisade walls will now come with 33% more HP. And we'll see the directions again. I mean, I can pretty much assume which direction the Frank will go. Probably cavalry. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll go throwing axemen. Maybe we'll go some kind of I don't know, something else that I'm not even thinking of. Our Cuman, for me, is the real big question mark. Ojurb, with the highest elo in the game, 1245. And by the way, this is the first time I'm casting elos, I believe, that are in this kind of range. I may have casted a 1400. Man, oh man, is my memory slipping. But this, for me, is the big question mark. What will our Cuman do? Will he put on early game aggression with another siege or a siege workshop in feudal? Will he go for another town center in Feudal Age, or will he rush up to castle and start getting out some of them lightning fast Cuman units? Hera already moving out on the map. Now let's take a second, because he is playing the Khmer, the Khmer, an absolute fantastic pick for a 3v1. Why? They don't need structures to go up to the next age. The second you hit the next age, you have all structures and units from that age available to you. Their farmers don't need to drop off any food. He can literally build a farm right here next to these 2 tree stumps as he sits on them and ponders the meaning of life and why he chose to take 3 players on at once. And man, oh man, they can run away quickly, those villagers, and start garrisoning inside the houses. Now, of course, militarily, one of the most annoying units in the game to deal with, the ballista elephant. Scorpions with more range, faster moving elephants. We'll see. I honestly don't expect to see elephants out of Hera. I think in the name of the game for him needs to be Tried the Viper, Ojurbs. I mean, I hope I'm saying this player's name right. I really do apologize. First of all, if I'm saying he or she wrong, I'm going to just say he. And if I'm saying your name wrong, if you do watch this, any of the 3, I mean, Milky and Feb, I can pretty much agree. I think we can agree that I'm saying those 2 right. But if any of these 3 players do watch this stream or this cast, oh my goodness, this is not a stream, this is cast, and let me know if I've made your identities known correctly and properly. But as I was saying, I don't really expect to see elephants out of Hera, just because I think in a 3v1 on a map like this, I'm going to zoom out. This is a big map, a big map. This is a decent distance to the players. He needs mobility. So I'm expecting Imperial Age Hussars out of him. And man, oh man, can the Khmer, the Khmer spam Hussars because of that food bonus where their villagers do not need to go to a mill. It saves them movement time and they just sit on their farms happy as a clam, gathering their resources. Now the big question, other big question besides what will the Cuman do? What will our Khmer do? Last time I cast the Hera 2v1, there was a lot of discussion in the comments section. Do you wall up? Do you get aggro and attack your opponents and try to knock one of them out early on? We'll see. Hera reached Feudal Age light years ahead of his opponents. At the top, by the way, I'm going to point out a few things on the interface here. The villager count and the scout cavalry for Hera are up here. And to the right, you'll see 21, 20, 19. These are villager / civilian numbers. I'm going to say villagers because I don't really expect to see docks. This is not a Rage Forest game. And then the number 110 underneath are military numbers. So our Ethiopian has already lost his scout, and adding salt to the wound, Hera is here with 3 scouts, a 4th making his way north. He has singled out purple. He says, Milky, you will not be milky, you will be bloody once I finish with you. But oh no, never mind. Right as I say that, he absconds with 3 of his scouts. 1 kill for them, probably just the original scout. And then the resources are here on the bottom right of your screen. There's now 2 spearmen here. And take a look at the palisade, 30-33 instead of the 250 HP. Thank you so much, Mr. Cuman, who now moves in with a scout of his own. Now, Team Hera, I really didn't know what to name the team of 3 players taking Hera on. And I figured, you know what? Why the hell not? I mean, I know Hera probably didn't name himself. It didn't give himself a military battle acronym after the Greek goddess of marriage. But man, oh man, did Hera hate Hercules, or Heracles in Greek. And because he's Hera and not Juno, I use the Greek Hercules, Heracles. Man, oh man, did she not like when Zeus would cheat on her and, F around as he did in various animal forms and shapes, sometimes as a bull, sometimes as a man. Greek mythology, if you're not familiar with it, it can get very, very freaky. Whack, whack. Cuman scout runs away. Cuman scout goes back. Cuman scout runs away. He's going for the high ground. Hera sees it, goes for the high ground himself. Man, oh man, I really am curious to see what Hera's APM will be. In any event, I think I've gone through the overlay. The units, military and civilian, are at the top. The team names are at the top. At the bottom right, you'll see the resources. To the right of your screen, you'll see the players' names and their respective Elos. Ooh, Cuman effed around and found out as Hera starts racking up the kills. And we'll see what we can do. Usually at the bottom right, you see the number of town centers, the what other information do you see there? Number of castles. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on the game and not on TC idle time, which we would have seen in a normal 1v1. But man, oh, Hera is now pivoting to our Frank, realizing, or maybe believing, that he is the bigger threat here. Hera's resources look pretty good, 500 food, so he is starting. And by the way, take a look at his food count as it goes up a unit every single second. That is just the power of these. Do you see a mill anywhere here? Do you see these villagers moving, dropping off any food anywhere? No, they do not. Hera's primary gold a little exposed, primary stone also a little exposed, and this is the problem when you use your mineral patch as part of your wall off in Feudal Age. When these gentlemen with their ponytails, I want to say, and bows and arrows show up, they just cause an absolute ruckus. Might want to build another house behind this, or maybe wall this off a little more. Okay, never mind relying on 260 HP of wood power. He's hoping these little piggies don't blow this house down as the archers continue to tickle away. But Hera here, 169 gold. This is very sour. He must have discovered this gold pile. Of course he has. So he can just pivot south. There's another one over here, which he hasn't discovered. That's a little bit sour, and in comes our Cuman. Perhaps yellow notified him that Hera's scouts were in yellow's base. Purple to the north, red to the south. Hera huffing his way back, trying to reach. We'll see who he goes for. Will he go and save these villagers? Probably not. They are approaching a town center and its firing range. Or will he go and try to stop this? Also probably not. There's 4 spearmen here, but they're badly bruised. They are damaged. And Hera goes south, pivots south, decides that wood right now is the more important resource, as he only has 43 of it. He needs farms, but he's got the resources for for Castle Age. Definitely not Imperial. And our Khmer, if he wasn't under attack right now, would probably be going up. But using these skirmishes, holy shit! Our Ethiopian army is dead. Dunzo. Hera can feel free now, I think, to click up to the next age. But at the moment, he's producing, training another scout unit. Why? Oh, 2 of these are red, half health. Our Cuman, happy to just run circles and run circles. Our Ethiopian retreats all the way home, but in comes a few fresh scouts from our Frank. I say a few, 7. Army supply Hera at just about half of his opponents, which is not bad in a 3v1. Does end up losing probably one of the weaker scouts. Yep, one of the weaker scouts. And this is an absolute great game for Hera at the moment. He's pushed purple off. Yellow is nowhere to be found. Not within his line of sight, at least. He is chasing red away with superior military numbers. And he's going up to Castle Age. But look at that. Our Frank also going up to Castle Age. Only a few seconds behind our Khmer. And our Frank is here. Goodbye, villager. They swarm him. They gang up on him. And he dies very quickly. And our Frank will retreat. 54 HP to 45. Thank you so much. Frankish 20% more HP bonus. Hera's spearmen lie dead. Our Cuman racked up 5 kills so far. 6 kills just now. And now Hera's entire military force on the map is gone. His eyes are gone. He doesn't know what the hell is going on. Why does he keep trying to get lumber from here as opposed to just trying to mine out or lumber out? What's the appropriate term? Jack out? That sounds kind of dirty. Trying to jack out some trees is definitely something I do not want to keep saying, and I don't know why I keep repeating it. I guess for now this is the only sustainable forest he's got to know. Look at that villager inside the house. Now I need to mention that villagers that garrison inside houses for the Khmer do not regenerate HP. And also the bad news for our Ethiopian is that this is very much a kill zone. If Hera shows up with his light cav, his scout cav, who will have bloodlines in a second, these archers are all going to die. No spearmen here. I think I saw one. Yeah, I see one. Where is he? Okay, so he's moving in with the scouts. Team Heracles is doing a pretty good job keeping the pressure on Hera, but 2 town centers. I mean, I think they saw this one with the archers, so they know he's going up for to at least 2 town centers. Little do they know Hera is going up for a 3rd. He's already got a knight out, +1/+1 upgrades on them as well. And now he takes a 2 versus 1 battle here, distracting yellow to the north while his archer killing units do their work. But man, they focus down the knight. Sour loss here. And oh, now Frankish knights are on the field. Okay, kind of taking a break, sussing out which side he wants to take. Will my team win? I'll join them. If not, I will just hang out. And he's still just hanging out. I thought maybe he set the waypoint here, but nope. Red pinging over here saying, hey guys, I've got camels and there is nothing knights can do against camels. What are the upgrades on these guys? +1/+1. Everyone but our Ethiopian is in Castle Age. What are his resources? Still needs a bit more food. Does he have the structures? I mean, we know he's got an archery range and we got a blacksmith right next to it, a market up top. So definitely has the structures. Hera. Ooh, look at this housing project he built to the west side of his base. And he's got to be careful. These camels are going to slaughter these light cav. They're already at a 1/3 of their HP almost. But knights are produced. One more joining a monk. Let's see it. The line gets fainter and fainter. The camels escape. If these were knights, they would not, because the camels move so much faster. 1.6 movement speed. And our Frank is marshaling his forces. Team Heracles, 4 times the army count. Hera sitting at 53 villagers. Purple Purple has seen my videos, maybe, hopefully, maybe no. He knows when you wall this off to attack the furthest point away, making it annoying for our Khmer to deal with. He's not dealing with it at all at the moment. Okay, never mind. He's bringing in knights. 3 knights are not going to be able to take this, dislodge this, especially now that purple is going to notice that he's got knights. What is red building here? Okay, a little crescent of houses for red. Okay, another house. Unfortunately for purple, his spearmen are all the way in the back. Hera still +1, the spearmen +3. Attack bonus only 15 against cavalry. So a far cry from the, what is it, 22 of pikemen and 32 of halbs? Hera's army count, though, is growing steadily. Camels might get converted here. They ventured a little bit too close. No, never mind. Never mind. Hera's monks unable to find conversions. And no, now this wood line comes under attack. He's got no stone, does our Khmer, but 4 knights are being brought back. With the help of a town center a little bit. Oh, now they're pikemen. Remember that the Ethiopians, the second they hit castle, which is that rattling sound we heard, they get the pikeman upgrade for free. One of the super cool features of a civilization that can already kill you as fast as freaking possible. Man, oh man. Looks like he got a few converts on camels. Hera's army. Hera's army is basically on par with what's here. I mean, this is 20 army supply. He's got 19. Purple's army of 2 knights, 2 pikemen isn't here. It also looks like red's main body of camels is in here. 7 out of 11. Okay, never mind. An 8th joins in. But now the monks, how's their faith? Faith has been regained on all of them. Oh, more conversions. 5 camels. That is a 10 army swing. And now Yellow Feb has watched a few Huang videos and says, I am going to build a very aggressive siege workshop, but 2 knights stream in, poke and stream out again. +1 attack upgrades on them only. If you are going to raid, probably armor upgrades are the better choice. And so Hera uses his camels, sends them this way. I knew they were missing from the Eastern Front for a reason. Purple is pinging here, telling Yellow, hey, bro, want to use the rest of your units? And Hera might just get absolutely swarmed here on the Eastern Front. Operation Barbarossa is about to begin. I'm trying to think if... oh, he gets another conversion. But at the same time, he loses a whole bunch of camels here to the north. Mangonel is... laying siege, but the cavalry units are way out of position. He's going to sacrifice 2 knights, maybe 1 knight. Beautiful pathing out of Hera. Doesn't lose a single knight. Run him under the town center, maybe. And the Eastern Front is secure. The Northern Front is secure. Hera, 32 army supply to 54. This is not impossible. The problem for him, he is being contained. He is being put in a cage, and a gilded cage it might be, but it is a cage nonetheless. And he cannot expand, he cannot explore, he cannot explode onto the map because there's a whole body of military. I mean, camels are raiding. He thought he would find villagers. Instead, he finds town centers full of arrows, full of villagers, trained civilians. And now he's chasing into our Frank? What are the upgrades? +1, +2. Hera's +1, +1. Not too sure how many conversions, if at all, but man, oh man, how slow are camels at killing anything other than cavalry? How are these monks still alive? How the hell are these monks still alive? Look at them. One has barely enough HP to put his sandals on. Amazing hold here by Hera, who expands, finally expands. And again, our Ethiopian retreats. Let's take a look at their economies. Let's take a look at the size of their bases. 78, 89, and 74. So the biggest base is our Cuman, shaped like a duck of sorts, like a rubber ducky. Have I just spent too much bath time with the baby? This looks like one of those yellow rubber duckies. He's going up to 5 town centers. He is settling in for the long game and a big old battle here. Hera underneath the town center. Not sure he should be taking this fight. Even if he wins, he is going to possibly do irreparable damage to his knight count. Oh, and he's 10 seconds away from iron casting. He absolutely takes that fight, but again, look at the HP on his units. They're at half HP at the time when he's getting castle dropped by our Ethiopian. He sees it, though. Of course he does. It's right on his doorstep. He's attacking the town center, but he's not paying attention, and Cuman camels are here to shred his knight count, converting a few crossbow or a crossbow. Oh, unfortunately for him, the castle is up. Unfortunately for Feb, or Milky rather, no murder holes. Why is Hera running away? There's no murder holes. You can attack this. All the livelong thing. Okay. A very entrepreneurial lumberjack. 2 more. Going up to 5 town centers. Our Frank is. And Hera is yet again pushed back. Constrained. Squeezed like a coiled spring. We'll see if he cracks under the pressure. We'll see if he explodes onto the scene. Our Ethiopian. Right now, the fewest villager count by 1 has 3 town centers. Doesn't really matter, though, does it? He's got this castle. He's nullified the lumberjacking. He's nullified the gold mining. This is a very problematic castle for Hera, who is 2 minutes away from Imperial. Man, oh man, our Cuman has doubled down on camels. Our Frank doubled down on knights and pike. And our Ethiopian, a little bit of everything. Some light calves, some crossbows. He's adding more crossbows. Not a bad idea when you're facing off against camels and knights. But what I would love to see, of course, would be some Shotel warriors. Here they are. Double fisting those scythes. Another castle. They've discovered this. I don't even think they need a castle here. And maybe you want to move it a little bit forward to get the stone as well, but it's not here, neither here nor there, as the expression goes, that I forgot for a hot second. And Hera pushes out eastward. Says, try to constrain me. I'll show you. And this is just a big old hodgepodge of cavalry units. He's got 60 knights, 6 camels, 2 light cav. Again, 2 attack upgrades, 1 armor upgrade. He's also... Nope, that's a wolf. I thought he was here as well. I was going to wonder how he managed to reach that far. What should he target? Probably should target the camels, right? With his town center. Still has 9 villagers. And look at this brilliant move out of Hera. 1 villager escapes. Will he do it again? He did that so that red... He gambled that red was not paying attention, that these units are on auto command. And they would just chase the first thing that comes out of the town center, which is individual villagers. All the while, they are taking serious damage from this town center. But it hits... No, it doesn't hit yet. Not at 480 HP, where it would have naturally ungarrisoned all of the villagers. But man, he wants to stop our Cuman. He knows the camels right now are the biggest threat to his cavalry army. The problem is our Cuman just rebuilding another town center. No trade yet, I don't think, for Team Heracles, who is now chasing Hera's villagers across the map. Even a wolf joins in. That is just sour, sour luck. Might want to turn around with these villagers and let this guy escape unseen. Otherwise, they're just leading these villagers to this other villager, right? At this point, is Hera, do you just sacrifice? I guess not. I guess not. What the hell? Why did Red break off the attack? Is he not confident he can hold here? Oh, this one palisade. If he broke into it, he could have broken into the base. But if he broke into the base, he'd probably die there. Who's kidding who? Khmer Cavaliers are on the field. +2 for them. Needs to get blast furnace. Needs more gold. Needs more. Everything does Hera. But he's holding. 1 town center down. Gold nullified. But yeah, he's got this pile of gold. It's got 1,800 gold in it. Okay. Hera running away. Wolf continues his chase. And Hera is castle dropping, but I question strategically. I mean, I get the resource the resource part of it. You want that gold. And oh man, royal heirs for our Ethiopian. So his units are going to take 3 less damage. Well, his Shotels and his camels will take 3 less damage from all mounted units. How many Shotels does he have? 9 Shotel warriors. I do not think royal heirs affects any other unit. But camels and Shotel warriors. Oh no. At the worst possible moment, Purple drops a castle. Army count is now literally 4 times the size. Civilian population literally 2.5 times the size. And Hera, despite the fact that he's doing fantastically on these individual battles here, he is going to lose the war if he doesn't manage to secure his base with a castle. Ballista elephants, they're freaking expensive. He can't really afford more than one right now, but nope. Our Cuman, look at how fast these guys move. 1.74 is ridiculous, but Hera's got hussars. Hera's got 27 villagers on food. Oh no, this is sour. Purple. Holy shit, when the hell did Purple get 1900 stone? He can literally push in with 3 more castles in a quick second. Hera's castle's already up. Is there a university? Did he get murder holes? Can he get murder holes? No, and no. Yikes, but what he does have are hussars with +2/+2. They are in dire need of an upgrade. The villagers here just kind of hanging out, not really doing much. Red pinging over here has discovered the castle. Little does he know. Oh no, Hera, you've got 11 villagers in here. You've got 21 idle villagers. Release the villagers. Let them mine as much gold as possible. Another castle for our Khmer. He himself is going up to 4 castles. Our Frank building infrastructure. Our Frank getting blast furnace. Yes, please. If you go melee, get that upgrade as soon as possible. But now the Cumans are here to the right. The Ethiopians have inserted themselves into the guts. And our Frank is giving Hera a bit of a breather. I think if our Frank showed up here, Hera would probably just GG. Not too sure he can handle 3 different fronts at once with an army supply, a massive army supply of 6. He is spending food like a Khmer who wants to build hussars. But he's also building some cavaliers. He knows he's got to get a few tanky units. He can't rely on just a meat shield, and this is very sour. But let's see who has... Oh my goodness, our Frank. Our Frank is just building a death ball. So he's not being aggressive at all. Right now it's a 2 versus 1. But a 2 versus 1, if we're going to keep going with mythology, a 2v1 with a sword of Feb Frankicles hanging over Hera's head, where at any moment a big Frankish Imperial Age army can show up out of nowhere. Milky, our Ethiopian, has still been in Castle Age this entire time. And he's got a whole bunch of idle villagers here. How many idols? 40 idle villagers. He's going up to Imperial. Might want to put those villagers to some use. Hera has secured his south for a moment. Has secured his east for a moment. His west. The Treb is slowly taking this down. Purple, you've got an empty Treb here. An open Treb. He's got 3 Shotels, 6 Pike, and 2 crossbows. Okay, yellow moves into position. Has given Hera way too much leeway here. Siege Engineers finishing up right after all of his Trebs already garrisoned. And now Hera escapes. There's nothing he can do. He's got to sacrifice a few of these villagers, stop Yellow. But oh my, I was going to say maybe Yellow's going to stop himself. I mean, look, Hera's army count was 6 before. Now it's 27. Step by step. You know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Baby steps. That's what our Khmer needs to do right now. I mean, his entire western base has been depopulated. But again, luckily for him, A, there's already farms here. So he can just allocate villagers willy-nilly once he clears up these castles. If he clears up these castles. And B, he's the Khmer. He can just plop down farms wherever the hell he wants. He's got 538 wood. And yet again, he's pushing into our Cuman. I don't know that this is necessarily the right move right now. Maybe. He's got 3 stone. Yellow pinging over here saying, hey, you are about to get attacked by a stable that's producing nothing. A villager. Oh man, talk about cocky villagers. This one is going to get chased down by that Ethiopian pikeman. 2 Trebs for Hera, 2 Trebs for our Ethiopian, but now he is running. His Shotels want blood. He's finally in Imperial. These are not elite. They will get the Treb by virtue of how powerful their attack is. But there's a Treb to the south, and Paladins, Frankish Paladins are en route. And this is the sword that was hanging over Hera's head is now going to come crashing down. And there it is. Again, the second he saw this. Oh, Hera, why did you do that? Why did you do that? We were literally a nanosecond. An actual nanosecond away from seeing Frankish paladins. Wow. Wow, this game did not disappoint. 50 minutes he lasted. Elos be Helo. Oh my god, I saw Hera and I wanted to say Helo came out. Elos be damned. 1044, 1096, 1245. Hera lasted a good solid 50 minutes against this aggression. His APM, really? Only 180? Very interesting. Economically, let's take a look. Second highest economy. Our Frank, of course, after an initial push, he was left alone for a long, long time. More wood and food. Our Khmer, Hera, more gold, but our Ethiopian, more castles. Let's take a look at how many kills everyone had. Hera, 363 kills. More kills than all three other players combined, which totaled just over a very quick math guesstimate, just over 223 conversions. And man, I'm not even going to try to interpret what the hell this is, except to point out the Hussar upgrade right here. And holy moly. I mean, Team Heracles was not very coordinated in their attack on Hera. Purple pushed in with a castle. Our Cuman just kept sending cavalry units, in this case, camels, I guess, with 7 more Hussars being produced. I'm so pissed off about this. Literally a nanosecond away. And then our Frank shows up to the party. Oh, you know, just here with 6 trebs, just hanging out. And wow. Hera took on, basically has taken on all the top players in the world, has vanquished them at one point or another. Then he took on a 2 versus 1. Now he took on a 3 versus 1. I mean, this is just, every time I go on Reddit, there's always somebody who posts something saying, I want to start playing ranked matches, but I'm scared. I get nervous. I don't want to, it's too nerve-wracking for me. Number one, it's still just a game. Number two, if you want to get better, there's only one way to get better in any game, any sport, any contest of wills and skills, and that's to play people who are better than you. And yeah, when you play people who are better than you, you will oftentimes lose until you don't. And at that point, you will become better than them and then face off against someone who's better than you, unless you're Hera, in which case you are the top of the food chain. And man, oh man, I don't remember what my point was, but my point was that he is now doing 3 versus 1 games, and I am here for it. Hera obviously doesn't mind losing. Obviously, he's played enough games, thousands and thousands of games, and I think he just likes having fun. I think that this is the game knowledge and game sense out of players who are at this level is just always fun to watch, because again, they don't really, they want to win. This isn't a tournament game, so there's no money on the line. And when that's the situation, yeah, they want to win because they're obviously naturally competitive. They're all, sharks. But yeah, who cares? You lose. You played 3 versus 1. How many people can claim they lasted 50 minutes in a 3 versus 1? And not against weak civilizations, Ethiopians, Franks, Cumans. Our Cuman's gone up to 6 town centers. He's got 110 villagers, the lowest on his team. But Hussars, Kipchaks, castles, their freaking siege is pretty powerful. Anything and everything. In this case, though, Hera withstood almost an hour. Team Heracles, Feb, Ojurb, and Milky get the big W, but honestly, GG to all players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.